Now it is time for our Tomorrow's Leader, presented by Houston Methodist.
David Wilganowski from Will Rice College. About midway through my summer, my junior year, going into senior year, Rice called me and offered me, and I accepted about a week later. Second game of my senior season, out of nowhere, my heart stopped and went into atrial fibrillation, which is just kind of a fluttering of the heart. Took them a couple tries with an AED and finally got my heart started. From there, they took me to St. Joseph's. From there, I was airlifted to here. After being in the hospital for about 2 days, Coach Bailiff came over and he told me, you know, don't worry about anything. You're going to retain your scholarship. We're going to keep you on. You're not going to be able to play, obviously, but we're going to have you, help, work as an assistant, film, do whatever needs to be done, but you're going to be a part of the football team. And so that was a big thing for me and my family for those 2.5, 3 months, going through that, knowing that, obviously everything wasn't going to be over. Even though it looked as if my career had ended, I'm still going to have another shot and still going to be able to get a chance to get an education at a top-tier university. It was really weird at first, actually, because when I showed up, I didn't have a locker, I didn't have a loop, I didn't have clothes or anything like that. So I just kind of showed up in athletic clothes to the very first freshman workout, and I did nothing but stand on the side and watch everybody else work out. And so now, 5 years into it, I'm basically just giving the freshmen linebackers and said, here you go, teach them our defense, get them up to speed in case any of these guys have to play. And it's kind of, I feel good about it because this year we did have a freshman that has played and has needed to, has been called on to play. And he's done really well. And so it makes me feel good that I was still able to make an impact, not on the field, but indirectly. I guess right after my incident, I kind of got let out of the hospital. I was able to talk to an individual where the same thing had happened to him. His name was Matt Nader. He actually was at Texas. He kind of told me his situation, and it lined up a lot with mine. In 2014, the Bear Bryant Award contacted me and asked me to come speak, and I actually spoke with Matt, and he was actually a speaker at one of these events. He said, yeah, it's a great event, go to it. And so I went. It was a great experience. I'm glad that I was able to get out and talk and obviously share my story and everything. But the best thing was being able to help in donations. And that night, I think we raised something like $90,000, and it's been great because they invited me back the next year. And so that year they raised even more, and it just continues to grow and grow, which is great. But things that the American Heart Association do has helped individuals like me and Matt, and basically helping with regulations, helping with rules, and helping kind of keep AEDs on the sideline, because 10 or 15 years ago there was no regulation to have them on the sideline. It's been a rough road, obviously, just learning and doing new things, but every senior would tell you that it didn't go the way that they had planned, or things had got them off track, but they wouldn't change it, in any way, because those experiences over those 5 years made us who we are today. And I don't think there's a single one of us that regrets who we are today.